50th City Expats Club is a non-profit social organisation and our speakers are volunteers. The club as such assumes no responsibility or liability for the professional reputation of or the quality of services provided by the speaker today.
Khun. She is currently the Volunteer Intercountry Adoptions Representative. She established the Human Health Network Thailand, but continues as a volunteer at the orphanage. She works very hard, and it's been my pleasure to know her for many years, and I'm very pleased that she has agreed to come and talk to us today. Please give her a resounding PCEC welcome.
Gentleman was born from the Italian parents. He is a very expert in economics. 37 years ago, he fly to Japan with his colleague in order to do some business. And during the free day that left, they decided to come to Pattaya for the first time in their life. There, he met with the priest that ran the small orphanage at that time. And after being with the priest, they returned back to England and established the foundation, the trust, they call Pattaya Orphanage Trust, with many dignitaries that be the board of trustees, and he himself is the founder. His name is Baron Ricardo Carini, and ever since, more than 600 million baht had been contributed to the work of Father Ray Brennan. It happened 37 years ago. Another good example is a Canadian very top 10 computer man from the IBM in Canada. He came to play golf in Thailand, and that very heavy rain on the day. He doesn't know where to go. So the taxi driver brought him to the orphanage to visit the baby. He met with Father Brennan, and ever since he went back to Canada and come back to Thailand and working at the orphanage as a volunteer for nearly 30 years. God bless him, he just passed away in June last month, Brother Dennis Gervais. So this is just a small example of the people that are very expert in their career. Why, when they met with Father Brennan, why they give up everything and try to help Father Brennan for the good work Father Brennan had done. See, I don't have to speak about Father Brennan because some of you who sit in this room had known him and have heard a lot about this great man, great father of all thousands of children and disabled. Why I am here today? I am just nobody. I am just a woman that lucky in my life to have a chance to work as secretary to Father Ray Brennan for 8.5 years before he passed away. So today, I'm not going to talk about other people that talking all the goodness of Father Brennan, but I am going to talk about what Father Brennan had really had a great impact in my life. When I come down from Bangkok to Pattaya more than 25 years ago, I want to see Father Brennan. Why? Because my sister used to work with him in the refugee camp and had been talking a lot about him. At that time, I had a lot of confusion in my life because I used to be in the executive society and among the diplomat and all the many people working hard in Bangkok. But I come to the way that I feel my life should be, I should not continue my life like that, very straightforward with all talking about business and money all the time. So when I come and met Father Ray that day, he didn't know me. I asked him whether he had anything for me to do at the orphanage. He told me, "What can you do?" So I told him all my background and what I have done before. At the end, he just looked at me and said, "Just wait a second." So he went out from his room, asking his secretary at that time. He asked her, "What is this lady? Why she come to see me? Anybody knows him?" And nobody knows me. So he went to Brother Dennis, the next room, and asked, you have anything for this woman to do? She is very convinced she wants to help me here, but I don't know what for her to do. So Brother Dennis came in and said, we need sponsorship coordinator, someone that take care of the children pictures, update the case history and all the things, because at that time they don't have. So Father Brennan asked me, can I drive? I said, yes, of course. So he gave me the key right away for the pickup truck. And from that day, I had the pickup truck that going around to all his projects, to meet with all children at the Bible school, at the street kid home, at the handicap school, and everyone. And lucky enough, at that time, I am 38, going to be 39. My brain is still good. So about 800 children under his care at that time. I remember them all, including their names. To my surprise, that month, when Father Brennan asked me, before I work, he asked me, how much you get from, how much you want? I said, up to you. I'm not going to tell him how much I got for my previous job in fear that he will say, oh, sorry, we cannot hire you. So I said, any amount. And then that month, 25 years ago, he gave me 20,000 baht, which I feel not bad. It's half of what I received at that time, but it's not bad at all with the charity work. I got 20,000. After that month, Brother Dennis satisfied very much with my achievement. That second month, I get another increment of 2,000 more. Then that month, there is a huge, over a ton of shipment donated by the Danish people. And the Scandinavian, at that time, it's called SAS, Scandinavian Airlines, so kindly took all those shipments by plane to Thailand, to the Dorman airport. Unfortunately, the customs said, wow, all these wheelchairs, the crucials and all the equipment for the disabled people, you need to have the certificate from the public welfare in order to get them out. And at that time, the secretary asked me to help. So I went there and I called her. She told me, forget about it. We cannot apply for that certificate, so just left it. No need to clear them out. We don't need it. And I have already ignored many of the shipments like that came in and they need something from the custom, and I cannot, the foundation cannot afford. So forget about it and come back. After hung up from her, I sit there in confusion. Wow, over a ton of wheelchair. A lot of equipment that will be good for the disabled people. And you said, no, we don't need it. And how about the people that have been collecting them and donate them to Thailand, and the airline that had took all those for free for us? And we said, no, thank you. So I think I should do something. So I went to the Ministry of Public Health, talking with the officer and show them and talk about the work of Father Brennan. To my amaze, he said, oh, this is for charity, and you have been speaking so good about it. I will try to help. The second day I've been there again. I put some small money in the envelope, put it underneath, and asked someone to help proceed the document for fast. The next day I got the document. I go to the airport, the custom, and I do all the custom clearance. But then we find another difficulty. How can I load over a ton of those wheelchair and equipment back to Pattaya? Immediately I think of renting 10-wheel trucks to help with all those. But then it's about time, because they have limited time that the truck cannot run. So I have to wait. I put everything in my truck, my own truck that Father gave me, and then everything had been loaded on this 10-wheel truck but cannot drive until after 4 in the evening. So we all fed back to Pattaya, and they load all those things in the basketball field of the handicapped school, full of the area. The next morning, I'm in the office and Father Brennan came in and he said, "Oh, who on earth bought all those things to the handicapped school?" And the secretary said, "Khun Toy." And that, the end of that month, I got another 5,000 increment with my salary. So that's the second time. And after that, Brother Dennis and Father Brennan feel that I can do many things, so they asked me to do more and more, and I in charge of administrative. And that third month, it means toward the end of the fourth month, I get another increment. So it's 3 consecutive months that I get the salary increment by Father Brennan. So you see why I mention this. I mention this because Father Brennan, he has the heart of gold. He look at the people, not just granted. Everybody is his staff. They have to do their job. But he looking at every single one of them by heart. So he knows word, he knows what to give the people or encourage people to stay on and working. And I'm truly grateful for his, I never feel like moving anymore. Even though I have passed through many jobs before, I feel this is the place where I can do something in the life of the children, because every day we work, we can see that the children develop, the children go to school, and the love that Father Brennan have for them, it really, you have to feel it. And I feel so lucky in my life that I have a chance to be there. You see, Father Brennan worked very simple, in a very simplest way. But why so many people follow him and supporting his work? Sometimes the people come to see him, they have no business at all, just want to see him. When they come to see him, sometimes Father Brennan, because of his age, sometimes he forgot their name, but they all welcome. And once they get into their room, into his room, they just sit there. Father Brennan looking at his computer. But lucky enough, at that time, when Father Brennan still arrived, he has so many people that follow his letter. He has the charisma that when he wrote the letter, everybody see the picture how the children develop, how their contribution impact in the life of the children. So even some of them feel that they want to receive every single letter every month that Father Brennan had written. So they send a check, small checks, every month. Imagine when the messenger have to go to the post office every day and return with a big bunch of letters every day. Father Brennan opened the envelope every day in his room with a lot of checks every day. Small, £5, £10, $10 US, $100 US, any amount, but a lot of checks coming in for him, which I miss so much. Because nowadays, even the messenger go to the post office one day after another, we have only very few letters, except the bills for the staff, the credit card and all those invoices and things. But the check, very rarely. So I mean, he is so good, he never asks people for money. Never. But people want to give him money. So I don't know what is the secret, but I learned from him that don't ask people for money. Do good for the children, and the boss upstairs will provide, and the people will support you. And that is what I'm trying to do nowadays when people come in and ask what you need. Only when they ask, then I give them the reply, what we need, or the list of needs. Otherwise, no, don't ask people for money. Just do good for the children and you will receive it. Father Ray has the special charisma and special nice thing that people look at him and love him and want to watch him. Even sometimes he drove very old truck and he wear the pants that have the hole in it because he really using very little money for himself, but every money is for the children, and that makes the people really love him and want to support him. You know, he is also a great smoker. He smokes a lot, and Brother Dennis also. And his room is there, Brother Dennis there, and my desk is there. He smokes like a chimney. Brother Dennis smokes like a chimney. When people come and say, "Oh, poor boy, you will get lung cancer before those bosses, and you will die young because you smoke all the smoke every now and then." Now both of them are in heaven, smoking up there. So I'm still here, not yet having the lung cancer. Thank God for that. And also he is very good eater. He loves cheese. At one time I went to Germany. I asked Father, "What do you want me to carry back for you from Germany?" "Oh, I love Coca-Cola." Oh my goodness. I think, how can I brought that Coca-Cola, the blue cheese, on the plane back to him because it's so smelly. When I go to the market, I saw that when they cut into pieces. I hate cheese, but I smelled it and I have to put my nose like that. So I decided I better buy the whole round because not yet cut and the smell is much less. So I bought the whole round, the whole like a cake one, and then put in the foam and wrap up so good. When I go on the plane, I carry that on the plane and I ask the air hostess, "Can you put this in the fridge?" And she's so kind to put that. When I returned to the orphanage with that, show him, he said, "Oh my," his eyes very wide, and he said, "How can you do that?" I said, "For you, I can do anything." And he nearly hugged me on that day. He loved the cheese so much. And that is a small treat that I can do in repair for his kindness for the children. You know, people have tough time in life. And I still remember very well how he had been hit so hard until his health so much deteriorated by that British tabloid that had put the big news in the newspaper saying that the famous orphanage opened the arms for the supply in the boys for pedophiles. It is just a terrible situation that every one of us who work with Father Brennan feel so sick. We have tried our best to tell Father that nobody believes what they have heard about this, because the one who know you will know that you will never giving any harm to the children. Nobody believes the tabloid. Father Brennan still sad. He said, "But it will hurt my kids. When their parents or when their relatives hear about this, they got hurt and he started worried. And it will always mark in my history, which is true. But no matter how hard we try, and no matter we go to the police, and the police have talking, or even the immigration, they have already put everything, and we have the press release that Father Brennan had talked very, very innocently about the situation. People who knows him, his staff, and all of us, we trust him. We know that that is absolutely, it's just the scandal. But still, it hurt him so much that his heart is not good anymore. His circulation due to the smoking and all the things get worse. And during that couple of months, he can come to the office. He used to come to the office every day, never fail. Now he start to be sick and he drink at night time and he cannot come in the morning. So he normally came after lunch and stay for a few hours and had to go back to his room because of his health. But still, everyone starts to worry. He's still worried about his children and the work. That's why he tried to come, but he hardly walk because of his circulation problem. His both legs get dark, and then his heart also. He had to like that when he walk long distance. Every time like that. So we nearly have to supply him with the wheelchair, and the driver needs to be instructed to drive him instead of letting him drive by himself. In year 2002, as everybody worried about his health, the Father Ray Foundation was found. Because at that time, there is no Father Ray Foundation. It's just Pattaya Orphanage or the Children Welfare Home. Because at that time, the orphanage is the first project that Father Brennan found. So everybody know Father Brennan by Pattaya Orphanage. They all call, Father Brennan, Father Ray of the orphanage, of the Pattaya Orphanage. So because the Father Ray is the Redemptorist priest, so all the Redemptorists in Bangkok and all the Redemptorists are worried also that if anything happened to Father Brennan, what about the project that he had already found? What's going to happen? And what about all the finance and everything that had been to Father Ray? So they found the Father Ray Foundation in year 2002. And ever since, the Father Ray Foundation is the one who received all the checks and taking care of all the finance, including the Pattaya Orphanage and school for them. But actually, the Pattaya Orphanage and school for them belong to the diocese, not belong to the Redemptorists. So, after Father Brennan passed away, there are many confusion happen and worrisome things, and the diocese also start to ask many questions. And this is why, end of 2007, the Redemptorists had returned the work of Pattaya Orphanage and school for them back to the local dioceses, which is now is the new management of the Pattaya Orphanage since 1st of January 2008. Actually, I had been the staff of Father Ray Foundation. And when Father Ray Foundation moved out from the orphanage, I should follow the Father Ray Foundation to the Redemptorist Center. But the only thing that had made me decide to stay on at the orphanage is, at that time, I am the only one who in charge of inter-country adoption. And the finance at the orphanage at that time is very, very limited. And the new management, who had never run the orphanage and school for them, came in. And I'm worried what's going to happen. When I talk with Father Michael Vira, who is a white bishop at that time, asking about who is going to take care of inter-country adoption, he told me, maybe we just sit it for a few years until we find someone that's very keen in the job to do it, and then we start again. And I feel, oh my goodness, if that ceases for a year, who knows, it can come back or not, or it really made me worried, and also the financial and all the things. So I decided at the last minute submitting my resignation to Father Ray Foundation and tell Father Michael Vera that I'm going to help him with the inter-country adoption. But I know that they cannot hide me because my salary is quite high at that time. So I told him, don't worry, my children already all graduate and have good job, and I'm happy to work as a volunteer. So I have to sign the agreement every 2 years to in charge of inter-country adoption. But as far as I sit at the orphanage, there are many people walking, and some people walk in furiously to see the new boss because they feel why Father Ray Foundation and the orphanage had to be separate. So they came in, and when they look at me sitting at the same place and working there, they said, "Oh, you still here? Okay, I don't need to see your boss, I continue." So that way, there are so many benefactors that continue supporting and being sponsor of many children at the orphanage. So until now, it's already 10 years. You see, Father Ray had found the orphanage, the school for deaf, the handicapped school, the street kid home, the Father Ray village, the school for the blind, and many projects. But after he passed away, things had changed, and we have to realize, we have to accept that we have to move on. The orphanage and school for deaf continue. The Father Ray Foundation having the school for the blind and the handicapped school, and every project continue with many people carry on his legacy. I am here today to tell you that even though I'm not the priest, I'm not a nun, and I am nobody, but I can also trying to carry on the legacy of Father Brennan in the small way I possibly can. You can see from this video. Thank you.
The Human Health Network Foundation Thailand fights for children's rights in the region around Pattaya, an international hotspot for child trafficking. Among others, we run a Child Protection and Development Center, or CPDC, which is the permanent home to around 80 children who have no family that can take care of them. Let the children show you around. Children of all ages live together in modern residencies supervised by professional social workers who live on site. Classrooms and a computer room provide a space for educational activities, creative projects, and meditation. A spacious and covered basketball court allows for sports and outdoor activities in any weather condition. The center of the CPDC is a dining hall where lunch, dinner, and indoor events take place. We also have a nursery where children can go to when they're sick or get hurt. The CPDC sees education in a holistic way. Besides attending schools in the region, the children look after their very own vegetable farm. While the CPDC is located away from the notorious city of Pattaya, we also operate a drop-in center downtown. The building, with its easily recognizable pink facade, is a low-barrier point of contact for children in need of immediate care, counseling, or a safe place to spend the night. The drop-in center also houses the ASEAN Education Center, which organizes basic education for the children of migrant workers who have no access to the Thai education system. We also reach out to children. Every morning, our Mobile Training Unit, or MTU, leaves for construction sites, slums, and schools, where we teach children about the dangers of living on the street and about general life skills. We do this in a playful way by using songs, videos, and games. Our child protection card game, for example, simulates a situation in which a human trafficker tries to gain a child's trust and teaches children how to not fall into the trap. One Friday evening per month, the MTU and its team take position on Pattaya's famous walking street, where they generate visibility for the Human Health Network Foundation Thailand. Our goal is to give children a safe and happy childhood. We help children.
So you see, Father Ray Foundation has so many projects that they are helping. At the orphanage, they also have the project that they are taking care of the orphan and the deaf student. I am not going to do anything that they already have done so good. So that's why the Human Health Network Foundation is helping the children that are not one among those projects. This Child Protection and Development Center helps those children that have been physically or sexually abused, the broken home, the children that have been abandoned, or the children that the parents are in jail due to drugs or drug selling or drug addicted, or all those children that really nowadays quite a lot in our society. Apart from that, there are many orphan children that after leaving the orphanage, because they already get good education and graduate from a good university and all those who really feel they would like to come back to help. So I am lucky that I have been at the orphanage for many years. So those children, they know me. So when I found the Human Health Network Foundation, many children return and help me. For example, for one, the boy, this one, he graduated social welfare for the second best social welfare university in Thailand, bachelor degree from Khun University. And now he got the scholarship from the late king among only 6 students that get this scholarship for master degree in education. He had invented the thing that had been really a big help for our work, which I would like to show you now. Thank you. In Thai,
เกมการ์ดพลังป้องกันเด็กหรือชาว
title.
Protection Card Game เป็นนวัตกรรมเกมการ์ดที่มูลนิธิ HHN เพื่อเด็กไทยได้คิดค้นและผลิตขึ้นมาเพื่อป้องกันปัญหาเรื่องการล่อลวงหรือการลักพาตัวเด็กในรูปแบบของเกมจำลองสถานการณ์ซึ่งจะช่วยให้ผู้เล่นได้ใช้ทักษะการคิดการตัดสินใจเพื่อจะช่วยให้เด็กๆสามารถเอาตัวรอดจากการถูกล่อลวงและไม่ตกเป็นเหยื่อของผู้ที่จะมาล่อลวงหรือลักพาตัวเด็กนั่นเองสำหรับกติกาในการเล่นนะครับผู้เล่นจะถูกแบ่งออกเป็น2ฝ่ายคือทีมเด็กและทีมผู้ใหญ่ให้ทั้ง2ทีมกางกระดาษของบทบาทไว้ด้านหน้าจากนั้นให้ทีมเด็กนำการ์ดตัดสินใจการ์ดพลังป้องกันเด็กกำแพงสถานีตำรวจและตัวเด็กมาวางตามตำแหน่งของกระดาษเด็กโดยทีมเด็กสามารถเปิดการ์ดพลังป้องกันเด็กไว้ที่ตำแหน่งการใช้ไอเทมได้1ใบและให้ทีมผู้ใหญ่นำการชักชวนการ์ดยานพาหนะกำแพงคุกเด็กและตัวผู้ใหญ่มาวางตามตำแหน่งของกระดาษผู้ใหญ่ครับนำลูกเต๋ามาวางไว้ตรงกลางแค่นี้ก็เริ่มเกมได้แล้วในการเล่นแต่ละรอบให้ทั้ง2ทีมนำการชักชวนและการตัดสินใจมาวางไว้ในช่องบนกระดานของตัวเองจนครบ5ใบให้ทีมผู้ใหญ่เลือกการชักชวน1ใบมาเพื่อโจมตีโดยวางไว้ในช่องด้านบนพร้อมพูดตามคำบนการ์ดห้ามดูด้านหลังการ์ดก่อนนะครับหลังจากนั้นให้ทีมเด็กเลือกการตัดสินใจที่เหมาะสมมา1ใบเพื่อตอบคำชักชวนของผู้ใหญ่โดยวางไว้ในช่องด้านบนพร้อมพูดตามคำบนการ์ดห้ามดูด้านหลังการ์ดก่อนเหมือนกันนะครับเมื่อทั้ง2ทีมเลือกการ์ดเสร็จแล้วให้เปิดการ์ดที่เลือกออกมาพร้อมกันหลังจากเปิดการ์ดทั้ง2ทีมสามารถเพิ่มพลังโจมตีหรือป้องกันได้โดยถ้าทีมเด็กมีการ์ดพลังป้องกันเด็กก็สามารถเปิดการ์ดพลังป้องกันเด็กแล้วนำมาวางข้างการ์ดตัดสินใจได้ส่วนทีมผู้ใหญ่สามารถทิ้งการ์ด2ใบเพื่อใช้การ์ดยานพาหนะในการเพิ่มพลังโจมตีได้แต่ว่าการใช้การ์ดยานพาหนะจะไม่สามารถใช้ติดต่อกัน2รอบได้ต้องรอคูลดาวน์1รอบก่อนถึงจะใช้ต่อได้นะครับเมื่อทั้ง2ทีมเปิดการ์ดเสร็จแล้วให้เปรียบเทียบพลังของทั้ง2ทีมถ้าหากทีมผู้ใหญ่มีพลังมากกว่าทีมเด็กทีมผู้ใหญ่จะสามารถลักพาตัวเด็กไป ได้1 คน และถ้าใช้การ์ดยานพาหนะจะสามารถลักพาตัวเด็กได้เพิ่มโดยการถอยลูกเต๋าครับแต่ถ้าทีมเด็กมีพลังเท่ากับหรือมากกว่าทีมผู้ใหญ่ทีมเด็กจะไม่ถูกลักพาตัวและถ้าทีมเด็กใช้การ์ดพลังป้องกันเด็กในรอบนั้นทีมเด็กจะได้สิทธิ์ถอยลูกเต๋าเพื่อช่วยเหลือเด็กที่ถูกจับไปพร้อมกับจับผู้ใหญ่ได้ตามจำนวนแต้มที่เด็กถอยลูกเต๋าได้นั่นเองก่อนการเริ่มเกมรอบต่อไปทีมเด็กสามารถทิ้งการตัดสินใจ2 ใบที่อยู่บนกระดานเพื่อซื้อการพลังป้องกันเด็กได้แต่ว่าทีมเด็กจะไม่สามารถซื้อการพลังป้องกันเด็กติดกัน2 รอบได้ต้องรอดาวก่อน1 รอบถึงจะมีสิทธิ์ซื้อต่อได้นะครับเกมจะจบลงด้วยการของทีมใดทีมหนึ่งบวกทีมที่มีจำนวนตัวละครในฝั่งของตัวเองมากกว่าจะเป็นฝ่ายชนะไปแต่ถ้าระหว่างเกมทีมใดที่ตัวละครหมดก่อนทีมนั้นจะเป็นฝ่ายแพ้ทันทีแม่เกมน่าสนุกและน่าตื่นเต้นขนาดนี้เรามาเริ่มเล่นเกมการพลังป้องกันเด็กเพื่อฝึกฝนทักษะการเอาตัวรอดจากสถานการณ์การถูกล่อลวงหรือการลักพาตัวเด็กกันเลยดีกว่าครับ
Sorry that we don't have in English as yet, but this is called Child Protection Card Game, where we go into the local community and local school to show the game to the children. And the children, as you know, they love to play game. If you put any knowledge with game, the children will pay a lot of attention. And this has been invented by the ex-orphan boy that is getting the scholarship from the late king. Apart from that, we got the support from the Ministry of Social Welfare and Human Security of Chonburi to support us with production of this card game to be given to schools. 150 of the sets have been paid by them and another 150 sets have been paid by us. We would like to mention that all these, during this day at our drop-in center, we have about 95 children coming every day to study there. And some of the guests in this room had already experienced that. They have been going and see how the children have been very well and disciplined and all the things that they study there. Cambodian, Myanmar, Thai, mathematics and English with us. This cannot be done. I'm trying to mention this because as you see, I am nobody. How can I get all this support? I am very proud to mention that at first when we established the Child Protection and Development Center, I and my husband, we are just a decent people, having no property or anything at all, but only 2 children that have good education. But we talked with the ADM Capital Foundation that we want to establish Child Protection Home. And we found the land behind Wat Hua Yai, about nearly 8 rai over there. It cost 7.5 million at that time. But actually the owner put the price for 15 million. But at that time the economics so down. So he tried to negotiate and at the end we get it for 7.5 million. But we don't have the money. ADM Capital Foundation bought those land for us under the company name and rent it for us for 10 years with 100 baht per year for rent. And after 3 years, we are so lucky that we have enough money to buy the land back and register it under foundation name. Now today, all the property are registered under foundation name. And I cannot thank enough the benefactor and the embassies, and especially now at the drop-in center, the Rotary Club, the Global Grant, and the Rotary Eastern Seaboard, Rotary Dolphin International, the Rotary Van Gussen, and the Rotary Jack Nudop and thing from Netherlands have been support our work, including the operation cost. And you know, when people in Pattaya having the big campaign like Pattaya Classic car show and things like that, they also give us big amount of the process for their charitable work for us. The good news is, even though the global grant from the Rotary is going to be end by end of this year, the Rotary in Netherlands had found that we have done so good work and the children are so developed. They are now given us the green light of another 5 years to help us with the operation cost, together with the Rotary Eastern Seaboard and the many other Rotary in Pattaya support another half. So now, from now on, another 5 years, we will be taken care of by the people of Pattaya and the Rotarian. So I really don't know how to thank enough. And this is what I have learned from Father Brennan. If you do good to the children, you don't need to worry, because the boss up there will provide. And today I brought the book in the name of the boss upstairs, in Thai, in English, and in French. Each of them 500 baht. If you would like to support the work that we are doing, please buy the book on the way out. And I would like to thank Mr. Len and all the members of Pattaya City Expat Club for allowing me to come today to talk with you. I feel so honored that you give me a floor today to speak about my beloved Father Brandon, and he is also beloved Father Ray for many other children and many other people here in this room also. Thank you very much for your attention, and please excuse me, I'm not very good in talking in public, so maybe I have made a lot of mistakes. Thank you very much. If you have any question, I forgot to ask whether you have a question.
Stay on stage.
Are there any questions? Joy, thank you so much. You are the perfect person for Mother's Day. I've known you many years, and I love you.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you so much.
You do great work.
Joy. Thanks very much. You do a great job. Something that's a grey area is the issue of volunteers. For instance, foreigners volunteering. We hear stories that things don't work out too well. Wondering if you might be able to get a letter from immigration or even higher up to say that any foreigner coming to volunteer here is exempt work permit requirements and things like that. Might be able to get some more assistance if you need it.
That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. We also wish that the immigration will assist us with that process. But you know, unfortunately, even now today, we have the volunteer that come to stay with us for the entire year from Germany. We apply every single of them, including the Myanmar and the Cambodian teacher that teach at our Asian Education Center. We apply for them the work permit because the immigration are so difficult. But that later I can do for the expat that come to help. But I'm not sure whether they will really give you the exemption for the work permit. But we can try. Thank you, Pat. Thank you very much. Any more questions, then?
Your explanation was so good.
Maybe they're not interested. Thank you.
As I said before, has anybody else read the biography of Father Anne? It's a really fantastic book. You really do have to read it. It's worth every baht you would spend on it. And it gives you an insight into Pattaya history. I'm going to try and tell a story about this. The Khun might have to help me out. Towards the end of the book, of course, Father Anne dies. And this, of course, very beloved by so many orphans. And this girl comes in. She's just heard about the death. She comes in and she says, I am an orphan again.
That's true. And it's already 15 years now that he leaves us to the boss, back to the boss upstairs. 15 years, I still feel it like a recent thing. We miss him. Really, August is the month of Father Brennan. Thank you very much for listening to his story. Thank you.
Khun Choi, just before you go, can we just come along here? Because I'd like to present you with this certificate for your fascinating talk about Father Ray and your journey. Khun Ka.